Hello, welcome back to October Dreams Tarot. Oh, well, that one to come out already. The Four of Swords. Funny story. Before I did this, I was actually in my other room and I just kept getting a call to do something positive. Somebody needs to hear something positive. Somebody needs to hear something positive. So I was like, okay, well then I will do what's coming in next, something positive that's coming in next. Energy, positive, positive things, places, people. And in my in my Light Seers tarot deck, I had 5 cards sitting out just randomly. Didn't go back in my box, didn't shuffle them through for whatever reason, which I always end up shuffling afterwards and putting them back in my box. That way they're ready to go. And I'm going to see if I can get it so I can show you. I want to see if it's up here. These were the cards that were on top. See, I didn't shuffle them now, but these were sitting. All these cards were just randomly sitting in my other room. So I was like, like I always say this, like, I don't think that anything is by chance. Sometimes Spirit's just like, you know what, you got to do this. Or I just get that intuitive hit, like something needs to be said. So like then the Four of Swords was here in this deck, and then the Empress. So something like the Empress is like being able to, like, rebirth something. You're able to like nurture and like just give like new profound perspectives on situations and what have you. And then the Knight of Cups is here, and then like 5 of Cups is letting go. You're using your intuition. King of Swords. So I was just like, but I didn't really feel drawn to use that deck. So I was drawn to use my Wild Unknown, and it's the smaller deck, but the Four of Swords wanted to pop out. So we'll see what else pops out. We'll see if the Empress and those other decks. So Spirit, what can the collective expect? Some positive expectations or outcomes. I mean, expectations sometimes you shouldn't have, but for yourself, for your situation, I want to say that we are going to expect that. We are going to manifest that for us, collective, because life is heavy and it can be something. It can be something else sometimes. So we need some positive reinforcement, universe, that things are definitely looking better. Especially because lately the energies have been kind of heavy. So I just shuffle until I feel right, and then I'll flip the deck or I'll shuffle them. It just always depends on how I feel. Four of Swords again. So confirmation. You are healing, and you are going to be healed, or a situation's going to be healed. Or you're going to, I mean, this could be even like maybe you're going through a healing process from a medical condition. Maybe you're healing some inner wounds. Maybe you're now mentally having some clarity. Oh, I love that. And then you see that little like sun in the middle of that lamb's head there. It's like maybe you're having, like I said, like an awakening even. The next card is Justice. Oh, some balance. Yes, I love this. So there is some major positive things coming. I mean, like, the duality of life, you gotta have it. You gotta have the bad days too. Even like appreciate the good days. But sometimes the bad days seem to last like not even a day, a week, years. And you're like, can I catch a break? You are. It's coming. It's coming. It's definitely coming. And then the 10 of Wands. It's coming because you are definitely dropping burdens. Like, I think this is a strong message of like, I think you've hit your pivotal point of just accepting what is. And I can never say that prayer that they say, accept the things that you can accept the things you cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference, along those lines. Sort of like this message here, like you're really getting to the point in your life that you're just like, you know what, that, you know, like I'm not carrying other people's problems, you know, burdens anymore, like, or I just can't do it, you know, like I had said this one time, actually in nursing, and I mean in any field that you work in, that's kind of like, you know, staff challenge is what they want to call it, or whatever, or in, you know, any situation, and you're just like, whatever this is, I'm not doing it. I've always said this recently, I want a shirt that says that. And the Empress, oh, you guys seen that, the Empress came out. So you are rebirthing something new within yourself. And in this deck, you can see that, like, there's no leaves on this tree. However, there is color on the outside. So this is suggestive that you are now, like, honing in that energy to say, you know what? I have everything within me to really express, to rebirth something new out of this maybe terrible situation after such a burdensome situation, you know. So there is a lot of positivity after balance, after this healing of, like, maybe an argument or leaving a job or something like that. But you literally just have to, like, hold on a little bit. Like I said, duality, you know, and this is the best way that I always describe it. Like, you can't have, you know, night without day, day without night, you know, it doesn't rain all the time. Like, maybe it does wherever you are, I guess, you know, there's probably a lot more rain than there is not rain, but, you know, you appreciate the days when it's not. You appreciate when the seasons change, you know, that sort of thing. And then we have the Five of Swords. So you are definitely taking a look, and you are definitely, you know, cutting out what needs to be cut out after you rebirth this whole new thing. You know, the Five of Swords is, you know, sometimes like taking what you know from a situation, and, you know, and not necessarily that. Sometimes that's more the Seven of Swords for me too. But the Five of Swords is like, you know, no, I'm cutting this out. Like, this is not what's gonna be. And no, like, you're mentally, like, coming to a, like, that's what that is for me in this deck. Sometimes decks represent different things for me. See how they're, like, separating, and, like, you know, they're now, because the Empress being here too, you know, gonna regrow a whole new you. And then we have the Seven of Wands. So now you're just going to be really protective, which is good. I mean, now that you know where you're headed and stuff, you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna be a little protective of me, myself, and me and my space, me and my, you know, my relationship, because I'm riding on this roller coaster of life, like we all are. And thank you for bringing in some balance. I have let go of those burdens. I have let go of the past. I've kind of healed that. That chapter is closed. And now it's time for me just to kind of rest and rejuvenate. And, you know, in the middle of this deck, there is, you know, one wand with, you know, the fire lit flame. And that's you. That's you saying, nope, I'm standing my ground. I am, you know, that's it. So this is going to be a shorter one, guys, but what is the last bit of positive that is coming in for the collective universe? And thank you, Spirit and Universe. This is beautiful. That's not by chance. I'm not kidding you. You guys seen that Empress. You guys seen that Four of Swords from that other deck. It was meant to be for me to share this message. So it's coming in. Take some deep breaths. The Two of Swords in reverse. So to me, with that being in reverse, is that you're not going to be left up to this ultimate decisions anymore at the moment. Like, there isn't going to be you coming to some bifurcation in the road at the moment and being like, oh my gosh, I got to make some major, major life decisions. Can you give me more on that? I'm going to show, that's another reversal. I'm going to see. So you may have had to make a decision. Well, you obviously did, and you kind of healed that and you've let it go, but there's so much positive here that maybe, you know, now that you don't, like, maybe you know, you're done. You don't have to make a decision now. And that's an actual positive. Okay, so the High Priestess in reverse also. So I think Spirit's saying with those two in reverse is that because you're now at this protective energy, because you're like, okay, you know, I got some positive, I'm regrowing, you know, I have come to this awakening, you know, thought process in my brain, like, hey, I'm here, I'm there, you know, I'm staying here, I have made my moves, I have let things go from the past, I have healed things, I am going to just keep, you know, moving and looking forward, no looking back. That, like, you're no longer at a crossroads, and there's no reason for you to have to dig in and think that, like, you know, using your intuition, you know, you don't have to feel like there's all this, like, hidden stuff, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to feel like you have to use your inner tuition for, you know. Can you give me more on that, Spirit? On the Two of Swords in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. The Father of Cups. So, yeah, so like I was just saying, okay, so the Father of Cups is unlike which is in this deck, is like the King of Cups. It's more of like I'm just, like I said about those Seven of Wands, after you get where you are going, which is a super positive path, like, you know your power and your stance, and you're standing there. I mean, the Father of Cups, aka the King of Cups, like, you're okay there. You're okay there, and that's okay. Sometimes we need to stay a little stable for the moment, especially emotionally, and you know, I think that is exactly it, because you don't have to be at a forced, you know, bifurcation of the road, right or left. You know, you're not at some, oh my gosh, I got to make decisions. Things seems a little easier now because you have let things go. You're a little balanced now, and you have, like, you know, had this new profound growth within yourself, and you know, all of those major positive things that are coming, because we have two major arcanas here, and then we have the High Priestess as well in reverse. So there's, you know, definitely some major change going on inside of you. And then the bottom of the deck was the Six of Cups. So yeah, it's definitely saying, like, the universe is kind of like giving you like an applaud, like, thank you for letting go of what you no longer needed, which no longer served you. So I think I'm going to do one more to close this off with the Elemental Oracle, which with me, because I did my little, like, in tuning with it, is messages from the universe. And this is by Stacey Demarco. I actually did not murder her last name. And I will read it from the book because I can get intuitive hits from it, but a lot of times her messages in the book are just remarkable. So this to me, because the Elemental Oracle has always been for me, again, like, great messages from the universe and what we need to know right now. So universe, spirit guides, positive messages from you to close off their reading, because they actually have a new growth, a new evolvement within themselves, and now they are just standing in their power of the Empress and the King of Cups. They have healed wounds. They are, you know, they're standing in their power. They're not at some, like, ultimate decision-making choice. So what do you want them to know? Closing out, universe. A positive last message, universe. Oh my gosh. They want you to know a lot, but I think I'm going to take the 2 that were like that. Maybe not. Maybe I'll but maybe not. No, because I'll keep those 2 because those 2 stayed flipped. Everything else came flipped out. And I know there's so many people that could come across this video, so that's probably why. And if you like this video, if you like my content, you can like and subscribe, please, if that feels fit to you. So we have 2, which is, one is attraction, magnetism. So maybe this is it too. Like maybe you've gotten into like the law of attraction. I don't know if that's what this card means, but this is card number 37, which 7 plus 3 in numerology is 10. So there's definitely, you know, closing out cycles, a new cycle beginning. But I am going to read this card. And then the second one is groundedness, gravity. And look how beautiful these cards are. Like there's a need to be like what you're manifesting as opposed to still staying grounded, I bet. So let's see. Let's go with the gravity first. We're going to go with magnetism first because it's here. Okay. Know your values and needs so you are more aware of what your true attractions are. Do not run with the herd. Notice what or who you attract. Is this your intent? There is always nemesis, opposite energy to any endeavor you might take. This should not bother you as it is a natural law. Just like I was saying, like duality, you know, it's natural law. Okay, and then the gravity card. Seek a grounded perspective. I'm not going to read all of this, but gravity is the natural force that calls all things with mass and energy to be attracted to each other. This includes planets, galaxies, light, and yes, even apples. So I want to say, you know, maybe this also speaks of like maybe going into looking up things with the law of attraction. I know that that's what I watch a lot too. I watch a lot of Neville Goddard. So like our imagination creates our life. If that's what you believe. I also still use tarot as a tool. So, you know, with that being both magnetism and groundedness, so, you know, you've got to know that what you're attracting, you know, like attracts like. What you resist persists. So just know that like you have healed a lot and you are growing a lot. You're evolving a lot, the Empress, and just try not to be too guarded with the 7 of Wands and then the King of Cups, you know, being there. Like it's not as a nurturing energy as the Queen of Cups, but you still have a lot of love to give. So the universe is definitely saying here, like you have so much positive that's coming in for you, especially because of what you're already on the path of doing. And kudos to you. Just remember to keep your grounding. Don't get too, you know, whisked away at, you know, maybe just a little bit of positive, because I get it. Like some days and years and months could be like straight shite. And then all of a sudden you get something really good and it's like a hit. It's like a hit of dopamine. So, you know, just remember that, you know, if you just stay in that positive mindset and, you know, that attraction, like what you think about, you bring about thing, could be something here that it's trying to say. So ponder that. And then again, like I said, maybe look up stuff like that. Maybe you are into manifestation. Maybe you are into all of this too. So hopefully, you know, if you like this message, share, subscribe, like, and definitely know that positive things are coming your way because of what you're already doing. So the universe is saying kudos to you, but I hope you can ponder that, and thanks for watching.